I don't know about you, but I'm a little tired of having to trade Forex manually. You sit down the whole day waiting for the best setups to put your trades in, but you can sit down the whole day and still get the setup wrong, or still get a trade wrong, or still lose money on the trades. And so it's becoming tiring for me. I've decided to I mean, train a model using artificial intelligence to see if I can get an efficient or a proper or a profitable model that can trade the forex market in real time so that even if I'm asleep, the model can be deployed working 24/7 for me. Um, I'm trying to find out which works best, reinforcement learning or supervised learning for this machine learning model that I'm building. I think that one of the biggest challenges I'm facing at the moment is the GPU cost when I'm trying to train the model on the cloud. Fortunately, I may be able to probably get a local GPUs on my desktop and probably do the training there. The goal is to get the live price data, raw data, fed into the model and for the model to train. But that is going to be computationally expensive unless I have GPU set up right in my home that can handle this off the net. So right now I'm trying to train the model on existing data from 2004 to 2024 to see if it's able to find a trend and able to make some good trading decisions. I'm shooting for a model that can give me at least 68 to 70% accuracy in trade prediction and direction with a risk to reward of at least 1:2. And I think that that would be a very, 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 very profitable model should I be able to train it well. So with the supervised learning so far, the step that you are watching here is what we call the hyperparameter tuning. Now, when you're doing supervised learning, you see all these values here, like the best values so far. I could manually put them in there and cause the model to train based on the values that are added at the NumHems, the keydim, top up rate, learning rate, all those things. But the good thing with using hyperparameter um, learning is that hyperparameter tuning is that in forex trading, for instance, when you use this and you give it a very high input value, the model can train um, itself, can tune itself to a point where it gets the best values to use for the actual model training. Okay, so that's the stage that you are watching. Okay, because in machine learning instances like this, the values that you use here, those values that you use in the training model, it's important. And if you get it wrong, you can actually be the difference between a profitable model and a non-profitable model. And one thing that I'm also very cautious is the fact that you can have a model that is effective, but it may not be so profitable. So that's where, after pre-training this model, I would want to train it on live data, probably starting first on a demo account to see how the model performs over at least a month or two. I think that it's important that the model experience a live forex market because you see, if you pull in long-term data like I have, you have the daily data, the open, close, volume, date, those kind of stuff. So this model is able to determine the long-term directions. And so that is key. So if you get the approach that I'm getting at, I want to train two models. One, long-term decision making. It gives an indication where the market will go tomorrow, whether it's a buy or a sell, whether it's a bull or bearish. That's fine. It's good that a model in the forex market it's able to make that identification. And then after it has done that identification, hopefully by then I'll have some GPU set up in the house with some high-speed internet. And then I would introduce this model again to a second training layer with live Forex data. I don't want to pick the API from the brokers, although that is the traditional route, but I would want to pick the API from MetaMask or MetaTrader. Um, Probably use a VPS infrastructure so that it can sync directly. That's why I was even thinking of training the model on the cloud, but it's becoming very expensive. Very, very expensive. Once you switch, it becomes very expensive. So but that's a way to go, because the APIs from Forex traders are not as available, like as Forex brokers are not as available, and I have a feeling they may not give you the actual values. Uh, that's just a bit of speculation, but I believe that I can get the MetaTrader to give me the quotes directly sent to my model so that my model can have real-time data and take real-time decisions. And so this is where I'm also confused, or not really confused, but wondering if I should go the supervised learning approach or the the reinforcement learning approach. Now, there's a slight difference between the two, and I think each one could give you some good results, but I'm on the side of the reinforcement learning, where the model learns from its mistakes. Okay, so when the model makes a mistake, you penalize the model based on the severity of the mistake, but not to penalize it so much that the model does not even have to take any trade. So there's a trade-off, there's a balance in there that you really have to figure it out. And when the model makes profitable trades, you reward the model. So it begins to learn, okay, I took this action, it was profitable. I took that action, it wasn't so profitable. And then over time, you'll be able to have trained the model properly. I'm hoping that 3 months to 6 months should do the job. But you see, with all these things, there are no guarantees. You could still go all this far and not get any results. So it's more about the knowledge that I'm going to gain from this. But it'll be interesting to see if this model makes some good profits in the forex market. I don't know if you're a forex trader or someone interested in the financial market, or someone who has expertise in machine learning, reinforcement learning, and what advice you'd want to give me. I'm curious to know if other forex traders are interested in this model and would want to maybe contribute to get me some GPUs and make this training thing faster. It's interesting to see what we can build, and I mean, the community that we can build from this, it's all interesting. So if you're interested in forex trading and you want to find out what this model can do, please don't pass. Just leave me a comment, like, follow, subscribe to this. I mean, let's get talking. I'm excited to meet other forex traders over there. And I do hope that this